Hello members, welcome to this week's Member Monday. I am on the side of a dirt road right there because I was just out here testing out the Sony with Raymond on his bicycle. So I have, in case you haven't watched many of my videos lately, this is the Sony a7R III. Sony is lending it to me for about a month, which is awesome. And I'm in my last week of testing, and I wanted to test out the autofocus tracking and just general kind of speed and responsiveness for something that's kind of a fast action type of a thing. I know that this isn't like, fast action isn't the intended, major use of this camera. I know that the Alpha 9 is more for that, but I like to test everything. So anyway, I really wanted to know about autofocus tracking because I wanted to see how different it was on this than the Z7. And I'm using the 70-200 f2.8 lens. Nice little setup. I'm actually really enjoying myself with using this. I would say that it's not like, it doesn't just have it all over the Z7. And I guess I'm a little bit surprised. I kind of thought it would because of a lot of the buzz that's been out there, a lot of the comments that people have made. I just thought, oh, this is going to be a million times better than the Z7, and it's not. In fact, there's things that I prefer on the Z7 over this. There's things that the Z7 does just a little bit better than this. So anyway, I'll get into all that in a future video, but I guess last week I mentioned to you all in kind of my first impressions about this that the autofocus does this little, it goes out just a little bit and comes back. It does it every time. And what's funny is it was confirmed by one of you, which makes me laugh that, okay, it's not just me. It's not me being like kind of a second time Sony user. And yeah, so there's that. I also noticed that the Sony definitely did better. We went to the Grand Canyon yesterday at sunset time, and the Sony did better with the 70 or with the 24-70 f2.8 lens at focusing across the canyon where kind of as the sun was setting, when the colors are starting to get a little bit, there's just less contrast over there between the atmosphere and the sun setting. The Sony did better at focusing out there, even with its little, it did better with focusing out there. Basically, I would, zoom into 70 millimeters and, yeah, and sorry, that sounded weird to me for a second, 24-70. And it did a little bit better than the Z7 at that. But then if I were to point at something a little bit closer that maybe had a little bit more contrast, the Z7 was faster than this. So yeah, it was really interesting in that way. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing right now. I did determine that the focus tracking on this is not great. I just had Raymond coming at me on a bicycle on a dirt road. Not a lot of stuff going on, and it would track him for a little bit, and then like we did a whole bunch of runs where he was coming down this hill pretty quickly, and a couple times like all of a sudden it was focused on the rocks in front of him, like way in front of him. I don't know what the deal was. Not using like face detect or anything, because a lot of the times he was further away. He's wearing a helmet, he's wearing sunglasses. Like I didn't want to, judge face detect on something like that, but just it's like focus tracking when it's supposed to keep hold of something that, I tell it, this is the area I want you to focus on, and it's supposed to keep hold of that. Yeah, I was not impressed. I turned it off. But anyway, so otherwise, pretty fun camera. Yeah. Well, let's see, what else? Enough about this Sony, versus Z7 stuff that is all the rage to talk about, right? Other things that are going on this week are that the Z6 is arriving at Snapchick HQ, and Raymond and I have started the plan for how we're going to handle that review. He is going to be involved in that one. I think he's kind of going to spearhead it, I think, but I'm going to be, you know, along every step of the way doing my own testing so that we can really give you all both of our opinions on the camera. So yeah, that's coming this week. And then that will be a similar type of a rollout process and review process as I did with the Z7, where I did all these projects and made videos about those projects along the way in leading up to the actual review. So yeah. So that's what we're going to do with this one. And you all will get to see the review before everybody else, as I did with the Z7. And what else? Oh, you guys know a couple of other things that are going on. Like I've got the Savage backdrop that I'm going to do the photo shoot this week. I think with this guy. I think I'm going to do that this week with this guy rather than with the Z7, but I don't know. We'll see. I want to try this out in the studio, which I haven't yet, but I haven't tried the app yet either, and I would like to try that, maybe do some self-portraits with that cool backdrop. And the big thing that was just decided today was where the next bookmaking trip is going to be. And I haven't booked it yet, so this is sort of subject to change, just in case something happens. But I didn't have to talk Raymond into, just basically mentioned Yellowstone National Park in the winter, and he was like, yes, I want to go there too. So now we're both excited about it. And I looked at the Yellowstone website, and there's lots of winter adventures that you can do. I assume you have to pay for these adventures, but like they'll ferry you around the park in their snow coaches. And yeah, there's like snowshoe adventures, and there's cross-country skiing adventures, which is all cool, but I've never cross-country skied before, so I think we're probably going to stick to the snowshoes. But anyway, I'm really, really, really excited about it. I want to see the wildlife in the snow, and yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. That's it for what's going on. I do have some videos rolling out this week that are a set of, well, the videos just contain some sponsorship, like shout outs in them, but it's with a company that I have long referred people to. So I'm glad to be working with them. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to say anything until the videos actually go live, so I'm not going to say the name yet, but you'll know that this week I'm going to be talking a little bit about this company, but then I've got a bunch of other videos going on during the week that are sponsored by them, but are just about normal things like how I stay in shape for the adventures that I do, and the types of things that I bring on these adventures. You know, I do these specific packing videos for you all typically, where I say, this is what I packed, this is why I'm packing it. But in this video, I kind of talked about, in general, you know, what are the set of things that I want to bring? Does it have to be a specific camera body, or can it just be something like this? Does it have to be, you know, a specific backpack or something like this? Anyway, that's kind of what I talk about. And yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. I will let you all get on with your Mondays. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will be back later this week with the hopefully the Savage backdrop photo shoot and the whole gallery of images and behind the scenes stuff for you. That's all, everybody. Have a good week.